Hello and welcome to Baking on a Budget. Now, as we approach the festive period, we have another festive recipe this time, and it is the Yule log, an absolute classic for Christmas. Delicious and light, beautiful. We have all of the materials over here, which we're going to use to make this. I'll run through exactly what we have, tell you how much all of this costs, and then we'll get onto it. Okay, we have three elements to this recipe. We have the cake itself, we have the filling for it, and we have the chocolate icing for the top of it. So, what we need first of all is 3 eggs at 39 pence. We have 75 grams of sugar at 12 pence. We have 25 grams of cocoa powder at 25 pence. And we have half a teaspoon of vanilla essence at 6 pence. Moving right along, we have 50 grams of dark chocolate at 92 pence. I did splash out here, I bought a really good dark chocolate. You could use a much cheaper one if you wanted. You could get that down to about 30 pence if you wanted to. But with it being Christmas, I've bought 50 grams of this high quality dark chocolate and it cost me 92 pence. Now there's 25 grams of butter to go with that, which is 19 pence. And there is 25 millilitres of double cream at 8 pence. For the filling, we are using 100 millilitres of double cream at 38 pence. And we are using 1.5 teaspoons of icing sugar at 4 pence. So if we add all of that together, the total cost of this Yule log is £2.43. We're going to get 6 beautiful slices out of that, making each slice about 40 pence each. So let's get to it. First thing I've done is prepare the baking tray for this. Now this particular tray is 30 centimetres by 21. You could double this recipe up if you wanted to, if you had a larger tray and make a huge Yule log. This one will do me, but if you have a large family coming over, a large family gathering, something like that, then you could easily double this recipe up. But for this one, I have greased the tray, I've pushed this paper right into the corners, and then I've given the paper a light greasing also, because we want to be able to peel this off the cake with ease. So, the tray is prepared. Now, the first thing we need to do to start preparing this is to separate the eggs. So, what I'm going to do is put the whites into this larger jug, like so. Make sure they are well separated, which they are, and we'll put the yolks in this one. That's the same with all 3 eggs. Now I'm going to set the whites aside for a moment, and we're going to work on these egg yolks first. So I'm adding this 75 grams of sugar. You could use caster sugar. This is just granulated sugar. It will be fine. If you have caster sugar, that may work a little better. Is whisk these together. I'm using the electric hand whisk for this. I want this into a nice creamy consistency. So, in we go. Okay, that's had about a minute or so and is looking good. So our next step here is we want to add the cocoa powder. And here it is. We have 25 grams, which is going into the mix. And to that, I'm also going to add the vanilla extract at this point, and this is just a teaspoon of the vanilla extract. Very good. Now we're going to beat these up again, whisk them together until they are all well combined and it's a beautiful smooth chocolate mix. Here we go. Now I'm going to transfer this from the jug into the bowl. This has gone fairly stiff at this point, but that's okay. It should be like that. And we just want to get all of that delicious mix into the bowl. Okay, and with that prepared, we move back to the egg whites. Now we want to whisk these egg whites to a nice thick, like a meringue sort of thing. And that may take a little while. Again, could be done by hand, but I'm going to use this electric whisk here. Okay. Alright, that's had a good few minutes, and that is whisked up into what they would call a stiff peak. That's beautiful and just right. So we have our egg yolks, cocoa powder and stuff in this one, and we have the egg whites in this one. Now we're going to recombine these, but just a little at a time. So I'm going to put about 1/3 of the egg whites in there, and I'm just going to cut them into the chocolate mix here. And we just want to continue this. We don't want to beat this just fold it in, and eventually all of the grain will go from that and we'll have a nice chocolate consistency. Some more of the egg white. And we just want to continue this process until all of the whites are combined with the chocolate and yolk mix. Okay, nearly there. That is a beautiful light mix. Just a few more of those little lumps of the egg white to work into that, and then we will be ready for the next phase of this. The idea is to get this into the tray and to get it as flat as we can. And we want to make sure we get all of that out of there. Okay. Looking good. Now we just want to smooth this out. Again, we don't want to press on it too hard. We just want to get it smoothed out and as even as possible on this tray. You could use a spatula for this. An offset spatula would be the ideal instrument, but I'm sure we'll get it pretty good with the spatula. Yes, I'm happy with that. Right, I'll just get all of that off the spatula. As you can hear, the oven is whirring away in the background doing its thing, and that is getting up to temperature. Now the temperature for this is 170 degrees centigrade. The conversions for that are in the description below the video, and it only wants to stay in the oven for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes I'm going to check on it, just touch it, see if it holds. If it's going a little firm, that's what we want, and a little spring back from it. And as soon as it's in that condition, we'll take it out of the oven, and then we shall get on with the next phase. And whilst it is baking in the oven, we can prepare the chocolate icing for this. In the bowl I have the 50 grams of very dark rich chocolate, and I have 25 grams of butter. Now I'm going to pop that in the boiling water. There's some boiling water in this pan. I'm just going to stick that on the hob until that melts and combines. Alrighty, so that has just had a couple of minutes on the hob really, and it's melted down nicely. So to it I am going to add 25 ml of double cream. I'm going to combine all of that, then I'm going to allow this to cool. It will of course stiffen up a little bit more as it begins to cool. That's beautiful. That is going to be fantastic on that Yule log. Okay, I'm going to set that aside, and it's almost time for the cake, so I'll take a look at that and we'll whip it out of the oven. Fresh out of the oven. You see, that's got a nice sponge to it. It's baked nice and flat. This has got to cool for a little while before we can go to the next phase of this, where we're going to roll it up. So I'm just going to set it aside for a moment, and whilst it's set aside, we might as well get on with making the cream filling for this. I have the 100 ml of double cream in there, and to it I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of icing sugar. Now I'm going to whisk this up again with a hand whisk. We don't want it too stiff. We want it stiff, yes, but not overly stiff, because we're going to have to spread it on that cake, and the cake is quite brittle, quite delicate in itself. So we want to whisk this up really just to a point where it is spreadable. And I'm saying that's about it there. That's not too stiff. Neither is it too runny. So that's about right. I'm going to now set this aside, and we'll see if the cake is cooled yet. Yes, that cake is cooled down a little. As I say, we don't want it absolutely cold, but cool. So I've set up an apparatus to do this, and what I have is a tea towel with a piece of greaseproof paper on top of it, of which I have applied a little grease to. And I have another one here. What I'm going to do is sandwich the cake between the two and then roll it up. The reason for that is I've seen people attempt it with just the tea towel, and it can be done that way, but what I've found is that it can leave some of the cake on the tea towel, so hopefully this way we will avoid that. Now what we want to do is just flip this over quickly onto the greaseproof paper, like so. Now very gently we want to peel this backing off here, and as I say, very gently. This is a very delicate cake. Looking good. Now, as I say, I'm going to put this one on top, like that. We are going to take this edge of it and we are going to gently roll that up. Okay, and I'm going to leave it like that until it fully cools. The reason for that is we want it to sort of remember the roll without breaking when it's cooler. So we'll roll that up nice and tight. Again, set it aside for a little while longer and that will be A-OK. Okay, this has cooled down to a point where I believe it to be ready. So we can take the greaseproof paper off it and we can put the cream onto it. Now I'm just going to put this in a few blobs up and down the cake, and then I will spread it out with a flat knife. This smells excellent, by the way. Beautiful chocolatey. It's going to be really light dessert, this. Absolutely fantastic. After a good hearty Christmas dinner or something like that, if you fancy something a little lighter, this would be the one. Now I'm just going to spread that out as best I can with this knife. As I say again, an offset spatula would be the thing, but we have a knife and we have some patience, so that should do the same job hopefully. Stick that in there. That's good enough for me. Now what we want to do is roll this back up without the greaseproof paper. And we just want to be very careful with that. Okay, that is looking fantastic. Now, what I'm going to do is get it off my hands. Oh no, what I'll first of all do, I'll try to transfer it over to this plate where I'm going to apply the chocolate icing. Yes, got it in one. Okay, I'm going to clean the hands up, get rid of all of this, and then we'll see if the icing's ready, set enough to cover this and make our beautiful chocolate log. The chocolate icing has been in the fridge for a little while, just to stiffen it up a little. And I think that is looking good. So what we're going to do is just put lashings of that on the cake. And we want this fairly rough, really, so that it looks like a log. Some of that right down the bottom there. And again, for this I'm just using the back of the spoon. I find that works very well. Oh yeah. Right, get a good dollop of that over the front of it there. And an equally good dollop over the back. Yes. Right. Those quantities have worked out very well here. There was none of the cream left, and now there is really just a scraping of this chocolate icing left, and that scraping is going to end up on the cake. That. That's beautiful. Right, I'm going to dress this up, I'm going to take a slice, and I'm going to taste it. And I'll just show you that. I have a small sieve here, and we're just going to dust that like that. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So there it is, the Yule log for Christmas. That looks beautiful. I've got to say that looks really good. And I'm going to have a taste of that right now, and I will tell you the outcome. I have that just in a little pool of double cream. That really melts in the mouth. Beautiful chocolatey aftertaste going on with it as well. But that sponge is one of the lightest sponges you're ever likely to taste, believe me. It practically evaporates on the tongue. Anyone coming around to your house and getting served a piece of that on Christmas Day, I tell you. Now, as I say, the total ingredients cost for this was £2.43, and that means that this slice, 40p. And as I say, if you wanted to make a larger one of these, easily just double up the quantities and it'll work out just fine. The quantities worked really well. There was just enough of the icing, just enough of the filling, and just enough of the sponge to fill that tray. Now, continuing along with the festive recipes, what we're doing next week is I'm going to make the sweet mince pies. You may remember a couple of weeks ago, if you're following the channel that is, you may remember a couple of weeks ago I made the sweet mince, and that's been sitting in the cupboard for getting on for a month now. So next week I'm going to make the sweet mince pies. We are also going to get the Christmas cake out, and we're going to ice it, I'm going to cut into it, and we're going to have a taste of it. But for now, I'm going to polish off this Yule log. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more recipes like this in the future, very simple recipes to put together. This one, there's a few more steps to it, but still very simple if you just take it step by step. Very inexpensive and absolutely delicious, really delicious. So if you would like to see more recipes like this in the future, do consider subscribing to the channel. There's a whole new year about to arrive with a whole new bunch of recipes. They'll all be very inexpensive, simple to put together and delicious. In the meantime, I thank you very much for watching. That's quality.